What's up, everybody? Limitless Motorsports Garage here. This is Nick. We were going to go buy an automatic transmission today, but I had communication problem. Communications broke down and just did not work out. Little pro tip, if you ever sell stuff on Facebook Marketplace, please check your messages. It's not that I stay glued to my phone, but I'm also like checking every now and then and saying, hey, nobody's messaged me, or I have notifications on so I can, check them. The guy messaged me like 30 minutes after I've already made my decision, and I'll go into that in a second, and said, hey, I'm ready for you to come down and look. And I'm like, dude, we're past that. It's 30 minutes past what I told you I'd want to come up and see it. I've been trying to get a hold of him all week, and like it would take 2 or 3 days to get a message from him. So I didn't trust that deal anyways, because he said he was selling it for a friend, and the last time I looked at something, I was looking at a truck on the marketplace right before I bought this one, and the guy said the same thing. And after digging into it, it turns out that there was nobody. That was not his friend's truck that he was a mechanic for. He bought the truck and was trying to resell it. I think it was something that was destined for the scrapyard. He may have fixed it. It may have been a nice truck, but it was a bad vibe. So that's another tip. When you're going on the marketplace, check their profile, because I think one of the trucks I was looking at, someone had listed, I saw the listing for like $8,000, and when I clicked on his profile, I saw another listing for $7,000. He had already dropped it or something. I just didn't see the right listing. So check their profiles, read their actual profile, because when you click on their name, it'll take you to like their seller profile. Go to their actual profile and read into that too. That's what ended up happening. There was a guy on there advertising rebuilt transmissions for $700, and or $600. It may be a good deal, but I think a business with credibility and years of experience and in a brick and mortar, that's one big thing. And I mean, if he had a following on Facebook of thousands of people, I could say, hey, maybe he's a good guy. But when you have like 20 followers, it's hard for me to trust it, especially when there's a huge process, because the cheapest beyond that was $1,150. So I mean, that's like a $500 difference, and or $600. I think the actual price he quoted me was $750, so it was $400 or $500. And yeah. Another thing, so we ended up having an issue ordering flywheel bolts. So I have decided it's probably going to be about as cheap, if not a little cheaper, to go with the manual transmission. I've also missed having the manual in a car. I feel like there's so much more control. Days where my legs are hurting and I'm driving to work and traffic's bad. Those were the only days that were ever really bad. Peak season for me, because I work at a job that, Christmas is our big time of the year. So we have, it's just going to be a little bit cheaper. I do have to buy a computer. I think the computer that I would normally have to buy for this thing would be $300. I think if I wanted to switch over to the automatic. That's part of why I was going with an older AOD, because it would just basically be a cable. But in the end, it kind of ends up being about the same. Because I mean, if you have to buy a cable, that's like I think $100 or $200. So basically, it ends up being kind of one way or another, you're coming out the same. But then I was thinking, I was like, you know what? I already have all the parts, and I know the transmission's good because I drove it. Why not just go with the manual? So that's what I'm thinking about doing. It should be a pretty cut and dry thing. I do have to replace the U-joints on it, because when I was driving that car, I blew a rear end. The pinion bearing, I think, completely broke, and it was just spinning. And so I actually have a video from years back. If I have it, I'll put it right here and play it. So I decided to take the differential cover off to see if anything was actually wrong before I remove this whole axle and replace it and everything. Well, Let's see what we got here. If you don't know what's going on here, that is the cross pin bolt, whatever it's called. I don't know the exact name. And this right here is one of the spider gears that should most definitely be up in here somewhere. So, I'm not sure exactly what the time frame of this was. Like, I don't know if this sheared first and then this broke or what, but you know, anyways, that's kind of what happened. But the pinion bearing had broke completely, and it was just freely spinning, and the rear end wasn't going anywhere. And so I found out because I put a new rear end in it, and we were still hearing that pinging noise, but not as much, and I would only hear it every now and then. And come to find out, I was watching a Chris Fix video, and it's a U-joint. So we'll replace the U-joints on the old the old drive shaft. I think it needs a rear main seal, and so we'll do that. And but we're gonna go to lunch first. So catch you on the flip side. So we're focusing right now on getting this honking thing with a motor and trans. That garage door back there is bad. So we're trying to get the car over there so we can get the T5 out. So
yeah, this is gonna be fun because the Fox is all the way over there.
Yeah,
Can't see it, but if you go with flash, you might be able to, yeah, you can see the rear end.
Whoop, whoop. Right there.
For now, apparently it's gonna piss down rain
Yeah,
tomorrow.
it's like 100% chance, at least for like 2 or 3 hours, and then hopefully it doesn't flood again.
Always could be bullshit. You never know.
So yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
I hope it's bullshit at least.
So,
but yeah, let's get to it.
We're gonna get this Mustang in position, remove the T5, and then prep the Fox body. So yeah. So Merrick has made a bet with me. I'm going to eat my own dick hole if he can push this thing up this hill. You got this?
There we go. Ready?
Ready. Holy fuck.
Oh wow.
Holy fuck. Go! Go! We may not even need it. Oh my god, I may be eating penis tonight. There, you can rest. I'm gonna have some summer sausage tonight.
You're so fucking laughing. Oh my god, this thing is heavy.
Okay, let me. There we go. All right, let's switch out. Here, you take that.
I mean, it's heavy, but
You want that?
yeah.
Cool.
Shit. Oops. Let's go. You think you can do it?
No. Not that last bit. It's uphill quite a bit.
I think I can do it. Damn, that's a workout. Go for it. What?
It's actually gonna go into the back of the garage. Wait. You know what? No. Kick him out.
What?
So, I may have to eat my words. Yeah. This was pushed up in here by a combination of me and Merrick. And it was not that hard of a thing, honestly. So, I'm cooking up sausage tonight if anybody happens to know any good recipes.
I got a good Polish sausage one.
I'm gonna need a kielbasa recipe, honestly. Now we gotta get the jack stands, get the Mustang up in the air. We got brand new jack stands. I had smaller ones, I wanted some big ones. It gives you a little more clearance. Because honestly, the small ones are like this versus the big ones like this. So we're gonna put the Mustang up on the air and Get to work on that.
Shitty T5 out. So it's not shitty. It's gonna work. It's gonna work. I promise.
It's in good shape. It's the one that was out of the red Mustang, so it's in good shape. I know because I drove it. So
yeah, let's get to it.
So right now there are these little hangers up in there, rubber, and you have to. Let me see if I can get the line on it. You have to get those rubber hangers right there off of the hook, and yeah, they can be a bit of a pain in the ass. They do make a tool for this, so I'm going to look for that in the morning because I've had to do this numerous times.
This is going to be one hell of a project. Basically, we're swapping the wheels, right? For the meantime.
I think what we're going to... for right now we are going to swap the wheels because we'll just have to put them on another car.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we get that one actually rolling, I'm going to buy new wheels and we're going to go ahead and swap the tires over because the tires are like $900 brand new and they've been sitting for like a year doing nothing. Thank God they've been inside most of the time, so...
They shouldn't have a leak or anything like that.
They shouldn't have any driver on it. That's the biggest thing you got to be concerned with.
I feel bad. His car died. Very nice car. But it's dead. Nothing.
Dead for now. It will come back.
Eventually this thing will see the road again, but for the meantime, this thing is going to be sitting probably for another year or two.
Yeah.
Sadly, unless somehow we get like a shit ton of money, then we're going to get this road thing on the road as fast as possible. If we have a shit ton of money.
We have the back part done. We actually, I forgot, you can take the, there's a hanger, a bracket, and it's super simple to, like, on those cars, to take that out instead. So we took the bracket loose on the back of the car. If you try to do it the other way, there's like a little nub, and then the exhaust hanger thingy, whatever you want to call it. It has to like get forced over that hub, and when you have little leverage, it's hard to do. So there's a tool that you buy that's like prongs like this, and then when you squeeze it, it does like this, and it like pushes it off, or you can use it to install those hangers. It's actually just easier to just remove those brackets so we can get leverage. I've got a jack supporting the exhaust right here from the back side, and then once we get these bolts loose, it will pretty much just be hanging right on top of me. And so we're going to remove these bolts and get these, we have to get these O2 sensors unplugged, which is just, it takes 2 seconds to do, but we'll take these loose, and we have to use a big extension and a big wrench because these get very rusted on here. And if you don't have a big wrench or some WD-40 or something, it's...
Well, we have a lot of that.
Yeah, I would buy like another bottle when it was halfway empty, and I just ended up having like 10 bottles. So now we're going to take the O2 sensor loose because it's a bit in the way.
Which one's the O2 sensor?
This will be the O2 sensor.
Alright.
Some cars have 2 of them, and they'll be like upstream, which is like I think up here, and then downstream or something like that. I don't know because I've never really had to deal with it. So we'll just hook this sucker on there, and then hopefully it's loose enough to where I can... Oh yeah, okay. I don't know if this one's in good shape or not. It looks like it's in shit shape. I think this looks alright. I think this is one of those I think this is one of those that I had like pulled from another exhaust. It's like this could be a 20-year-old thing. I don't know. So now that is out of the way, we can get that last bolt and then drop the exhaust.
Oh, whoa. It's coming out.
Yeah, that's right on top of my face. Top of my face.
Top of my face. I'm on a boat. Motherfucker. Oh my god. So basically, we load it right here for a better look, and it's now
Stuck.
Yeah, you're fucking dumbass. Oh, wait, never mind.
Let me see what it's caught on something. So I got the exhaust out. We're just gonna put it in the garage. They're supposed. This is the mid pop as I was telling him. Up to about here, or here, not here. And someone welded these on. They're not supposed to be like this. They're supposed to weld a flange on so you could and you can see some leaking right here. I don't know if you can. There might actually be. Yeah, there's like a flat out hole you can see right there. So that's part of where the exhaust leak was coming in right there. You can see it. So we're gonna get it fixed. I like this exhaust a lot.
I mean, I do too, but I hate how it's like one piece.
So now we're going to move this into a suitable position so it just stays the hell out of my way. Because what I was gonna try to do is like pick it up like that, kind of like a plow, and like walk it in there, but you don't have room on it.
Just nailed me in the armpit.
Nice. Yeah, go to the right side. Oh my God! Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! Can you get it?
Oh, that's fucking heavy, dude. Damn, dude, that is heavy.
Now we gotta clear that. Can you clear that? Come on, man. You got this.
I need to pick it up right here, but if I do, it's gonna hit something. Or hit me.
Let me get this.
Oh my God.
At least they mostly stayed.
Why didn't you slide it under the box?
Huh?
Why didn't you slide it under the box? It would have been easier.
Because I'm stupid.
You libtard.
Because I'm stupid.
You libby.
Because I'm stupid. That's why.
Silly goose.
I don't. I mean, there we go.
Oh, I need to move those other exhausts, otherwise I'm never gonna get past there.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not joking. But I'm gonna move it closer. How do I fucking pick it up?
I mean, you made it this far. I thought
Pick it up.
you made it this far. I thought you were the genius. Because like I couldn't get it halfway into the. Yeah, plow it. Come on.
Man, that is heavy.
Let me get this one up. Out of the way.
So far away, it's not in my hands technically, so it's like fucking hard as shit.
See, that was.
Oh, like a glove. Look at this. This dude right here, smart. Says the one that did all the fucking work.
So now, all we got to do before we start removing the transmission is remove the drive shaft bolts, which is a relatively simple job. 12 point. You have to use a 12 point on these because they are 12 point head. So we are going to. That's not supposed to be that loose. So, FYI, this car was running and driving. I drove this to Chatham. And, I mean, I literally, like, and it came loose. Yeah, that's not supposed to be that loose. So, that's bad. That's bad. But you have to take these loose. I'm going to take them all loose but one. We got to get a drain pan ready so we can have I don't think there's any fluid in this transmission. Transmission should be fine. I mean, we've never really abused this transmission. I mean, maybe a couple burnouts, but yeah, I mean, who doesn't do a burnout? I mean, our transmission, come on, that's like.
Are we gonna do something with that? The Fox?
What do you mean?
You know what I mean?
Burnouts?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, we're gonna do burnouts. Dude, I haven't had a.
I thought you were gonna be a pussy and be like, oh.
No, I mean, hell yeah, I hadn't had a manual in a while. I got to do some burnouts. So this one was loose as well.
How many bolts are there to connect the drive shaft?
4.
So.
I have to put the e-brake, take it off and put it back on. We have to do that because we have to be able to get the bottom off as well. Or well, they were. So I've got them on the bottom and
Alright, I just put it back up. Do you want it up anymore? Like,
it needs to be up. And the wheels need to be locked so I can take these loose. So magically, we have our drain pad. So we are going to remove this last bolt and hopefully not bash my face in with a 18-pound drop shaft. Make sure it's oriented correctly. And then, you have to be gentle because there is a seal back there and you don't want to damage it. Yeah, so as we suspected, there's not a drop of fluid in there.
oh, there is. Yeah, there's.
There's like a drop.
It's coming out.
But that's, I mean, it's supposed to be full of fluid.
Uh-huh.
So that's why it was probably overheating and causing chatter. So now we're almost to the point where we can pull the transmission. We just got to remove the bolts off the bell housing and then solder the cross member out from under it. That's not going to be much, but we had a long day looking at furniture and eating and being merry, and so this will have to continue another day, and hopefully someday close or soon, because it's supposed to rain tomorrow and this week and every day for the rest of eternity in Georgia. So hopefully we can get back to this within the next week and it's not flooding in the basement. So catch you later. There's a spider right above.
Is there?
Oh yeah,
Is there actually?
there it is. It's dead, I think.
Kill it.
Nope, it's alive. Oh, it's alive. It's a granddaddy though, or like a baby daddy. Yeah, it's a baby daddy.
A baby dead. Only hillbillies. It's a baby daddy.
You won't be lonely at farmersonly.com.
.com.
Is like, I didn't know sheep used the internet.
You know there's a tender for cows?
Huh?
Yeah, that's what your mom used.
So now we can break loose the incredibly tight. Oh my god, these are so hard to get loose. Oh my god. You would not believe how freaking impossible. I mean, I might need a jackhammer for this. They're all loose. No, and actually, you can see it's leaking.
Wait, I gotta fart.
Are you kidding me? We'll put the transmission in first, and then the motor. No, my brain doesn't think well when I'm not thinking.
You weren't thinking while saying that.
Yeah, I'm sitting here like saying it. I'm like, I'm not even thinking. I'm just fucking running my mouth. Oh, it's got me pinned. It's so heavy. Ah. It's not heavy because I drove it. So
Yeah. Let's get to it.
no, we're not gonna get to it.